And we're back with phrase 3, the final phrase of our French small sword assessment fight. Once again, this is a scene from The Snare by Sabatini. I am in the role of Sir Terence, and Dante is in the role of Count Sandoval. So let's take a look. Now, we just ended phrase 2, boom, with the diagonal cut, and Count Sandoval escaped that way. So, Sir Terence is going to turn to me, and now we are on this diagonal. Sir Terence is up stage left. I'm sorry, Count Sandoval is up stage left, facing Sir Terence, who is down stage right. And we're going to be moving in this direction on this diagonal. Now, the sight lines for this are very, very important so that the wound looks realistic at the end. It's actually a kill, not a wound. Okay, now, you've got an option here. Dante has been practicing this move all day, and it's very, very tricky. If you can pull this off, that's awesome. If you can't, we'll show you the alternate way to start this fight. But if you can, you're going to start out of distance, so at least one advance out of distance, and Dante is going to start with a balestra. Show us the balestra. There we go. Now, as he does that balestra, he is going to do a change beat from guard of 3. That means the tip of the blade is going to go down underneath and around to your right side, and then knock the blade away with the false edge of your blade. And that is going to happen as the balestra lands on the ground. So we're going to come back here. We start right foot forward. Now, if you want, you can swing your foot a little bit to give you momentum, because this is a forward movement. It's very flashy. It's very extravagant. So we're going to swing back and change beat right there, and immediately extend the blade. Then there's going to be 2 more advances after that. So the footwork is going to look like this. It's going to go balestra, advance, advance. Now what you might want to do is just practice that over and over. So balestra, advance, advance. And again, balestra, advance, advance. If you can get that footwork down. Now the blade work. Blade work starts guard of 3. On the balestra, you're going to change beat and extend. You're then going to keep the thrust attack extended for the first advance. It's going to be parried, and then you do a coupe onto the other side, and then one more advance to conclude your sequence of attacks. So the whole thing is going to look like this. And balestra, advance, advance, with coupe in there. Now let's take a look at it with Sir Terence in the way here. So Dante is going to balestra and change beat and extend. Very good. Then I retreat, he advances, parry. He does a coupe, and I retreat, he advances, parry one last time. Right there. Okay, so let's see that again. After I parry there, then we go to riposte. Right. Okay. Just reminding myself. Here we go. So we're out of distance. I'm in guard 3. He does the balestra, change beat, boom, extend, retreat, advance, parry, coupe, retreat, advance, parry, and then I do a riposte to his front hip. He's now going to pass back and parry 2. Boom. Now we go into a punto reverso section. So he is going to punto low, and I cross step to parry. And then I'm going to do a punto low, boom, and he is going to traverse and parry. Now, let's just take a look at that much one more time before we get to the ending sequence here. As you can see, Count Sandoval's got it a little bit trickier in this phrase than good old Sir Terence. So if you're looking for a challenge, I recommend going for Count Sandoval. But if you want to do Count Sandoval's part and you don't want to do that balestra, there is an option which we will show you at the end. Okay, so we're going to start here. He's going to do that balestra, change beat. Ooh, let's try that again. He's going to do that balestra, change beat. Boom, extend, retreat, parry, coupe, and retreat, parry. And now riposte. I extend there, pass, parry 2. Now, punto low, boom, I cross step, turn to my right to parry, punto low, boom, right there. Okay, now, here's the fun part. Dante is going to do a bind over. He's going to start by biting the blade, by totally supinating his hand so that the true edge of his blade is against my foible. There you go. See him rotate. Now, he's going to bring that blade up and over. I'm going to go with him, and he's going to step in, and I'm going to step in, and I'm going to take my right hand and place it on his bicep. guiding his hand like this. So I am stepping in, boom, and I place my hand on his bicep so that I can control his arm. So that if he wants to try and stab me now. Okay, I've got it right there, and he can't do that. Okay, so now I pull my blade out, and now Dante is going to grab the tip of my blade. Now let's do a close-up on this here. So what Dante needs to do, Dante, come on over here. Dante needs to grab the blade so that the tip is in his palm. And so he wraps his hand around it. And so now he has total control of the blade and there's nothing poking out here. Whoops, sorry. So it's not, here, open your hand. It's not like this, close your hand. It's not like this. There's no blade pointing out here. It's like this, close around. And so I can't stick that blade out no matter what I'm doing. Now he's got total control over this blade. So let's come back up here. Okay, so Dante's done the bind over. I've stepped in, placed my left hand against his bicep, right there. Not on his shoulder, not on his elbow, on his bicep. I'm not grabbing, I'm just placing a flat hand, boom, right there on the meaty part of his bicep. Pull my blade out, he grabs it, and now he is going to stick it into his own stomach right there, as if I had just thrust it into his stomach to do a kill. Now as he does that, his face needs to stay up. So he grabs the blade, face stays up. His face does not go down where the blade might whack him in the face. Keeps it up there to protect his face. So again, we're here. Stabs it into his stomach there, and now I can twist the blade up here so it is off to the side now and out of the way. And when I pull away, boom, I'm bringing the blade down and away from his face. And that is the kill, and that is the end of the fight sequence. So let's see it again from the top, phrase 3. Here we go. So, guard of 3, balestra change beat. And extend, good. Advance, retreat, parry, coupe. Retreat, advance, parry. Riposte, pass back. Parry. Punto reverso. Boom, punto reverso. Now he's going to bind over. He bites the blade, binds up and over, steps in. Boom, I step off to the side, place my hand there. Pull the blade out, he grabs it, and stab right into the stomach. Now, be real careful not to turn and open up. If he opens up like that, the audience is going to see it. He wants to keep his back to the audience there as I twist the blade up and pull down and away from him. And that is the end of the fight. Now let's take a look at the opening for phrase 3. If you don't want to try that balestra, or if you're having trouble, here's what you can do that makes it a little bit more doable here. So instead of starting out of distance, we start in distance right here. And instead of a balestra, he is just going to do the change beat. Boom, change beat, extend. And now, pronate that palm, there we go. And now we just do 2 retreat advances. Retreat, advance, parry, coupe, retreat, advance, parry. So it simplifies it. All we're doing is we're taking out that balestra and starting in distance. So once again, we start here in distance. He does the change beat, boom, and we retreat, advance, coupe, retreat, advance, parry. There we go. That is it. So let's do the whole phrase one more time with that opening there, okay? So, change beat, boom, and coupe, and retreat, advance, riposte, punto, boom, punto, bite the blade, bind over, up, step in, and pull the blade out, grab it, there. Twist, pull down and away. That is the end of the fight, so thank you so much, Dante. Really appreciate it. Did an excellent job. Take a look at these. Decide if you want to do Count Sandoval or Sir Terence. Pick one. Submit either one video, or what would be a better idea, submit 3 videos, 1 for each phrase. And if you're doing this in class, if you feel comfortable doing it in class, like if you have been vaccinated and you have a partner that's been vaccinated, then you should be okay, at least you have my permission. If you feel comfortable to do this with a partner in class, then that is fine. Otherwise, you can also just pick a part and do it solo. So thank you so much. Best wishes.